If you're thinking about opening a garment factory in Russia, this video will save you time, money and costly mistakes. My name is Tatiana. I've been running my own sewing production in Russia for 5 years, and today I'll share real numbers, rent, salaries, investments and risks based on January 2026 market condition. This is not theory, this is how garment production actually works here. Let's start with the facility. To run a small professional garment factory, you need at least 300 square meters of industrial space. Industrial rent outside Moscow costs around $18 per square meter per month. That means roughly $5,400 per month for a 300 square meter facility. This is industrial space, not retail or office property. Now let's talk about workers. Seamstresses and cutters earn between $1,000 and $1,500 per month. In Russia, seamstresses are usually paid per piece, not hourly. In my case, we produce complex corset evening dresses. One skilled seamstress makes around 3 dresses per day. This level of productivity is realistic only with experienced workers. A seamstress must earn around $65 per working day, and your product cost must be calculated strictly based on this productivity. A production manager earns about $2,500 per month. This person is responsible for quality, for deadlines and for entire production workflow. This part is extremely important. All workers must be officially employed. Fines for illegal employment are very serious. Around $1,200 per Russian citizen, up to $23,000 per foreign worker. Moscow has a limited fabric selection. Most professional manufacturers order fabrics from China. Typical minimum order is 1-2 kilometers per color, depending on the fabric type. Payment terms usually look like this: 30% prepayment, 40% when the fabric leaves the factory, and 30% when it arrives in Moscow. Demand definitely exists. Since 2025, importing finished garment into Russia has become more complicated, so many brands are moving production locally. This creates strong opportunities for local manufacturers. Orders are often found through local platforms like Avito, the Russian equivalent of Craigslist, and specialized manufacturing portals. Trade exhibitions are also an important source of long-term clients. Workers are usually hired through job platforms and Telegram industry channels. You can open a small sewing facility from around $6,000 for a very small setup. This includes basic equipment, workspace preparation, steaming and packaging. In my experience, the payback period is around 1 year. Write your questions in the comments, I read them and reply personally.